what actually you need to do in a resume. So there are mainly 5 points which must be there in a resume. The first thing is personal information, which includes your full name, your address, which should only include your city or state. You don't have to put your entire resume in this section. The third thing is email address, which should be a professional one. It cannot be something informal or funny. And the fourth thing is a phone number, which is a must because if you miss out on that, how will the interviewer contact you? The second element is objective or a summary statement. This statement says two things. Firstly, it tells you about your qualification, about your experience level. And second thing it tells you is what do you seek. For example, if you're from the IT background and you have experience as a, let's say, developer, so you can say I'm a developer with, let's say, 5 years of experience and looking forward to the role of a senior developer now. So this is an example. So focus on who you are, what you can offer, and then you say what you seek in an organization. Then the third part is education. This education includes your school or the college which you attended, the degree which you obtained, and third, in which year you passed. Now, whether or not to include your grade or your percentage depends on if it's very good or it's average. Now, if it's very good, you should show it because it proves that you're better than others. If you have an okay grade or okay percentage, you can skip this part. Then you have work experience as the next element. On this, if you need to put the organization in which you have worked in the past, the role which you have worked in the past, and the roles and responsibilities of your role. Now, if you're a fresher, you may have internship experiences or you may have no experience at all. In such a case, you may not have any work experience to show, but for that, we have some other optional elements which we will be discussing later. And one thing you need to make sure that when you're writing professional experiences, it should not just talk about your roles and responsibilities, but typically also the achievements which you have made in those. Because everybody has certain responsibilities, but not everybody is able to achieve as something in their job. So you need to make sure that you uh, don't just say that, okay, I was supposed to do such and such thing. You need to show the proof that, okay, I have done so and so work. Again, the next part is skills. Now, the skills can be hard skills or it can be soft skills. Now, if you have technical skills such as Power BI or SQL, Python, if you're from the accounting background, you may have SAP or Tally as your hard skill. And soft skills can be something like negotiation, communication, time management, and all those things. So, but you need to make sure that whatever skills you put on your resume, it should be relevant to the job you seek. So whenever you read a JD, you would see certain keywords in the JD, which can be either hard skill or soft skills. Now, don't just copy those skills to impress the HR. Do not lie about it. But if you genuinely think that you have a certain skill, then you should be highlighting it in the top itself. Because as I said, only a few seconds are there to impress. And an HR, if they see that, okay, you have so and so skills, it clearly shows that, okay, he may not even have to read any further. Then, as I said, that for freshers or somebody who does not have much experience, there must still be a lot of space within the resume left. So there are certain other sections which you can add, such as awards and honors. This section can have any achievement which you may have in your school or in a college, or it can be even extracurricular activities such as sports or something. And or you may have some awards in your professional journey as well. So these are things which you can add in awards and honors if you have certificates or anything like that. The next thing you can add is interest or hobbies. Now, a lot of people write too much in this section explaining a lot, which you should not do. You should only add 2 to 3 words in 2 to 3 bullet points. So like, for example, music, dance, arts, reading, traveling, gaming. These are certain interests and hobbies which are very common. But do not lie about your interest and hobbies just to create a false impression on the HR, because ultimately they HR would know in the interview if you lie about anything, and if you lie or exaggerate anything, it creates a very bad impression. So if you don't have anything, you just skip out on it, but do not put it just for the sake of it. Other elements which you can put as certifications. So you can do online certifications, which is related to your, let's say, the job you're applying to or your interests. There are many online free certifications as well on Coursera, Udemy, which you can try. Then if you know any languages, particularly foreign languages, you can put it on your resume. If you have any website, if you have a LinkedIn profile, you can add link to those. Then if you have any voluntary work experience, or if you have attached to any NGOs in the past, it creates a good impression about you. So you can add that as well. But you need to have some proof that, okay, you have done a good work. Don't lie or exaggerate about that as well. So all these elements, which you can see, the 5 elements, these must be there on a resume. And whenever you use an online template, make sure that you use these 5 section in those. So don't just blindly follow any template, and make sure that these 5 are always there.